The most important thing in the world is what you believe about yourself. That's the most important thing. Your entire experience is fabricated out of what you believe about yourself.
Becoming her isn't just about changing your clothes, your hair, your friends, or even your goals. It's about changing the beliefs that have been keeping you average, small, and surviving. You can't walk into your next level with the same mindset that built your last season. Do you hear me? Rych Babes, let's talk about the 5 beliefs you have to upgrade to truly become her, okay? Hey Rych Babes, it's Robin Milan and welcome back to a Rich Girls Glow Up. I know I'm back on the screen, y'all. Listen. From the allergies and it's spring break and all these other things, I couldn't do it. But I'm back on now, y'all. I'm so excited. What's up? How y'all doing? Today we are talking about something that doesn't even get enough attention in glow up culture. Beliefs. Okay, beliefs, because real elevation doesn't start with a new outfit. It really don't. It starts with a new identity. It starts with a new self-concept. It starts with deciding that your old beliefs don't match the woman you are actually becoming. Okay, if you want the money, the love, the freedom, the peace, you have to start with the roots, okay? Because you don't get the life that you wish for. You get the life that you believe you are actually worthy of. Okay, can I get an amen? All right, so let's get right into it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back shortly.
Okay, remember, in order for you to level up and become the highest, best version of yourself, you have to release your old patterns and beliefs and habits that kept you as your old self. As I have leveled up so many areas of my life, it's because I realized I had a problem area. I realized I wanted to grow, I wanted to evolve and change. And I had some resistance because our brain is very hesitant to change. Our brain loves to be comfortable and stay in its same routine, its same habits, and its same beliefs, right? So it's uncomfortable at first, but once you realize that there's an area of your life that you need to change and up level, you have to release your old beliefs and release your old programming and realize that you can literally change your beliefs and change the way you show up in the world at any point. For me, it was slightly uncomfortable at first because people perceived me in a certain way, right? People perceived my past self. And I was like, oh, I can't change. People know me in a certain way. But really, you can change at any time. And I promise if you stick with it and you stick with this new belief and this new way of showing up in the world, people will conform to that.
I want you to understand that it's going to be very hard to love yourself if all of your core beliefs about who you are come from a place of self-hate. Because my old belief system was all self-hate. And I realized that I was operating off of those self-hating beliefs in every aspect of my life. And I didn't feel worthy in the slightest. But how I changed that was by changing the way that I believe about myself. It's not just what you think about yourself. It's not just what you say about yourself. It's what you believe yourself to be. Because you do not operate off of your thoughts. You operate off of your beliefs, okay? Your beliefs influence your thoughts. So if your beliefs are skewed, then that's what you ought to work on. And how do we change our beliefs about who we are? I'm glad you asked. I'm really glad you asked. First, I recommend that you start to do some unlearning. There are so many things that you have been conditioned to believe about yourself that have not been true. And it starts from a place of realizing that those things that society tells me, those things that my parents told me, those things that my classmates told me, are not true in the slightest about me. Because if they were true, they would make me feel loved, good, and expanded. If they're making me feel constricted and insecure, those obviously did not come from divine truth. And you don't have to adopt the opinions of everybody else. If somebody says you're one thing, you don't have to believe that about yourself. You don't have to adopt that into your belief system. You create your own belief system of what you want to believe about yourself. And 2, you got to fix the way that you speak about yourself. You cannot keep saying, I'm ugly, I'm stupid, oh, I'm such a whatever it might be. No, we stop that now. Because if you don't stop that now, You're always going to be perpetuating that same belief system out of your mouth. And your mouth is very powerful. It's a very powerful tool that you can either use to create chaos or to build your life up. So we start saying, I'm beautiful, I'm confident, I'm capable, I can do anything that I want to because I said that shit, because I told myself that. And therefore, I'm going to believe what I say about myself. It just really starts with unlearning and putting all that shit that other people have told us down and picking up what we want to say about ourselves and creating our own system off of the things that we want to believe about who we are. Because you don't want to believe that you're ugly. You don't want to believe that you're stupid. You want to believe that you are that bitch. And you are that bitch. So start adopting that into your system.
What you believe about yourself, as I've learned, really just comes down to exposure and repetition. And what I mean by that is the people that you're constantly exposed to, and then you repeat that exposure to them, you stay with them, you stay in their lives, you allow them to stay in your lives. You're telling yourself through that repetition of that specific type of exposure that that's how you feel about yourself. If you repeatedly allow yourself to be exposed to people who are unkind or inconsistent with you, it's just telling you that you believe you don't deserve someone who's kind and consistent, because you're showing yourself that you're only allowing yourself to be around people who are the opposite of that. This, of course, is not a new concept. I'm not inventing this, but it's something that I think needs to be reiterated in any way that can resonate with somebody, because I have been on the other end of this, where I've struggled to understand why I'm feeling the way I feel about myself, where these thoughts come from, where these beliefs come from. And a lot of the time, as I've worked with my therapist to uncover, they come from the fact that I am exposing myself to the same kinds of stories based in other people or circumstances. This can also apply to jobs. If you keep going back to jobs that aren't suited for you, that just don't make you feel good, but you keep allowing yourself to be in them, right? And of course, external circumstances have an effect on this, obviously. But say you have a choice between another job that's a little different and this job, and you keep gravitating towards ones that are familiar because of their discomfort at times, you'll just tell yourself that that's what you deserve. That's what you think you are, that you deserve, that you believe you deserve in your life. But of course, this can apply to anything in your life. So if you struggle with this, I implore you to ask yourself, what are the stories that I believe about myself? How are they being reflected in the people or things I allow into my life? Am I exposing myself and allowing myself to be exposed to people and things that tell me these negative things about myself? And do I do it often? Am I repeating these patterns over and over again? And of course, the way to combat this and to stop feeling this way about yourself is to stop repeatedly exposing yourself to the things that make you feel that way. It's about breaking the pattern. And of course, that's easier said than done. But I think it just takes that one time to break the habit and the pattern to then give you the momentum to continue doing it.
One Bible verse that always sticks with me when I start to doubt myself. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. As a man thinks, so is he. Meaning whatever you think, you become. Whatever you think, you believe. So why not think highly of yourself? Stop doubting yourself, because whatever you think, I don't care if it's a little thing, if you call yourself ugly in the mirror, you're going to begin to think that you are ugly and you're not good enough. And then you're going to start comparing yourself to people online. Listen up, sis. Listen up, sis. We're done with that. It's time for you to start believing in yourself. It's time for you to start thinking positive about yourself, affirming yourself. And I know it's hard to do. That's why you need the word of God to affirm you. Because when you're lost in your identity and you don't know who you are, you have to go to your creator to find out who you really are. Tap in, grand girl.
You are not set in stone. Your personality is not set in stone. Your habits are not set in stone. The way your mind works, the mindset that you have, the thoughts, your beliefs, your energy, you are an ever evolving being. And I don't know if anyone ever told you this, but you can actually choose who you want to become next. I think this question is so elite, and thank you for writing this question, because this question is from someone who truly understands what it means to cultivate yourself. You can absolutely embody different flavors, because every single embodiment and every single human characteristic exists at all times in every body. And so it is your job to recognize when it is appropriate to tap into and animate this certain quality or characteristic. And you can absolutely choose to embody different flavors, characteristics, traits of a person based on where you want to go in life and based on the current present situation that you are in. And this is such a game changer for so many people, because so many people get trapped into identities and embodiments and personalities. Think of like the mom, like, because you became a mother doesn't mean that you can't be sexy now, doesn't mean that you can't have a life. Like, you don't have to just be in mom mode. You are a full human being. I see this happen with people who get married. Now they're the wife and they can't go out with their friends, or just so many different examples of people who get trapped in an identity because something happens, like a life event, or their seasons of their life are changing. You are all of the flavors, embodiments, identities. You are everything. And so you get to choose who you want to be and become moment to moment, year to year. You get to choose who you want to become next. And this is so important when you are creating your dream life, because how I created my dream life is I asked myself, who do I have to become next? The person who has the thing that I want, who do I have to become to get that thing? And so that is how I'm able to manifest, is by asking myself, who do I embody next? Thank you so much for this question, and I hope I was able to answer this question for you.
All right, Rych Babes, here are my 5 beliefs you must upgrade to become her at this point, okay? Because it's 2025, you got the student loan issues, we got all these things going on, but I don't care. We are upgrading. You hear me? Baby, let me upgrade you, okay? All right, so the first one is you need to upgrade from I have to earn love to I am loved. Do you hear me? You're not here to perform, beg, chase, or prove your worth. You are already worthy of the real love, the deep respect, and the divine favor just by existing. Okay? Real love. Ooh. The her version of you doesn't overfunctions to keep a seat at someone else's table. She is the table. Do you understand me? She knows she brings value by being and not begging. Like, who am I talking to? The second upgrade is from money is hard to get to money flows easily to me. If you think that money is stressful, scarce, or complicated, you'll keep proving yourself right. Her energy understands that money flows to clarity, money flows to confidence, money flows to value, okay? Value. Start speaking to money like it's your best friend, not your enemy. Do you hear me? Money is a tool, okay? And God said he wants to give you life of an abundance, and that includes money, because he understands that you need money in order to be free, in order to do the things that you need to do. So let's change that belief about money. If you got a negative attitude about money, money ain't coming towards you. You hear me? Every time you get a little bit of money, it's going to slip through your fingers. All right, let's go. The third upgrade is I'm scared to fail to I'm scared to stay the same. Ooh, her doesn't avoid the risk just to feel safe. Okay, her is more afraid of wasting her potential than she is of making mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. You are human. Stop it. You're not here to live inside of your comfort zone. You're here to stretch, to grow, to evolve, and to glow. Like, failing forward is still moving forward. Do you understand? I don't know how many times I have failed. I failed so many times and I'm still here. Get up. The fourth upgrade is from I have to wait for permission to I move because I'm called. You don't need someone to tell you you're ready. You don't need a title, a degree, or validation from people who can't even imagine your calling. If God gave you the vision, you're already qualified. Move boldly. Her doesn't ask, am I good enough? Her says, watch me, bitch. Watch me. Watch me make this move. Do you hear me? Okay. And the fifth one is Upgrade from success will cost my peace to success will expand my peace. You don't have to hustle until you're broken to earn your glow up. You don't have to sacrifice your softness, your joy, your sanity for a seat at the table you don't even want. Her creates peace and prosperity, softness and success, love and luxury. You're not either or, you're both and. Okay? Like, can we talk about it up in here? Like, stop playing. I'm so glad I'm back on the camera because I feel like some of y'all been slipping. Okay. Nico wants to say hi. Say hi, Nico. Ooh, not you giving him a wink. Ooh, you trying to be frisky. You trying to flirt. We not, listen. We not flirting, okay? We don't be out here flirting. Say hey. All right, I'm gonna leave you alone.
Everything you know about yourself is in competition with everything you believe about yourself. See, belief is more powerful than knowledge. You can know something to be true, factually, irrefutably, but if you believe otherwise, your belief will overshadow what you know. See, belief acts as the level of trust you place in your own knowledge, and trust isn't always rational because it's shaped by experience, emotion, and internal narratives. Take imposter syndrome, for example. You might know that you're qualified. You have all the credentials and the experience and the feedback to prove it, but if you believe that you're not good enough, if you believe that you're an imposter, then it doesn't matter what you know. You won't trust yourself, and your belief will override your knowledge. And this is why so many people find themselves stuck. We all have good intentions, but our beliefs sabotage our progress. We act against our better knowledge, not because we lack intelligence, but because belief is the filter through which we make decisions. So here's the challenge I have for you. I want you to reflect on your beliefs and identify the ones that conflict with what you know to be true about you. And then ask yourself, where did that belief come from? Is it rooted in truth? Is it rooted in fear? Perhaps criticism? When you confront the gap between knowledge and belief, you open the door for trust. And in trust, you'll find the confidence and the courage to believe in yourself.
Whatever you believe about yourself is basically a blueprint to how you act. If you think that you're capable, you will find a way. If you think that you're destined to fail, you'll probably sabotage yourself. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You believe it, you live it. Your brain isn't stuck. It is always adapting. And the more you practice positive thinking and change your beliefs, the more your brain rewires itself to make more new beliefs a reality. So if you want to start believing in yourself and your potential, start small. Every positive thought you feed your brain makes a difference.
I'm going to say that again. The strongest force in the human personality is the need to remain consistent with how we define ourselves. What does that mean? We live in a world of so much uncertainty now because change happens how often? Constantly. Men's roles, women's roles, jobs, environments, businesses, bam, 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 it's all changing. So we have a need as human beings for certainty. We're not certain about relationships, businesses, time. We're not certain about a lot, but one thing at least we're certain about is I know who I am. If you don't know that, you freak out and you have what's called an identity crisis. We can't make any decisions, you're freaking out. So we all define ourselves subconsciously. So some people see themselves as being extraordinarily conservative. Are they going to do something crazy? They're going to know, hey, I'm not that kind of person. What kind of person? I don't know, but I'm not that kind of person. Isn't that true? If you think you're outrageous, you move differently, you talk differently, you do things differently. There's no one right or wrong, but most of us have trapped ourselves in an old identity. We've never updated who we are today.
Okay, my love, so let's be real for a moment, okay? I'm about to be here for a minute. Get your popcorn. You can't change your life without changing what you believe about life. You can't shift your money without shifting your money mindset. You can't upgrade your love life while still believing you're hard to love. You can't attract abundance while still subconscious. Nico, he is really out here trying... He's trying to sabotage me. You better watch your friends and your families, okay? Because they be out here trying to sabotage you. You can't attract abundance while still subconsciously expecting struggle. Becoming her isn't doing more. It's about believing bigger. It's about believing better. Do you understand? You have to rewire your mind to expect love that feels safe, expect wealth without survival mode, expect success without a burnout, to expect opportunities without begging. We're not begging. You have to rewire your mind to believe I am worthy. I am valuable. I am allowed to be happy, safe, wealthy, and loved all at once. I am enough without conditions. Because her doesn't chase blessings. Her attracts them. Her is magnet for overflow. Her embodies the energy of what she desires before it actually shows up. Every day you keep repeating old survival beliefs, you delay your survival. You delay your arrival to her energy. And every day you challenge those old beliefs, you collapse time. You collapse waiting seasons. You make the miracles come faster. Do you understand? Like, clock it. Do you hear me? Clock it. So, Rych Babe is not magic, it's mental work. Daily, deliberate, subconscious reprogramming. You get what you settle for mentally first, not physically. Do you understand? That's why I can't wait for my Rich Mindset Mastery course to come out. I can't wait, y'all. I've been working diligently behind the scenes. So anyway, today, decide you are done begging for love. You are done hustling for money that was already yours spiritually. You are done shrinking your dreams because you're scared to fail. You are done waiting for someone to crown you queen. Crown yourself, girl. Crown yourself. Today, you upgraded your beliefs. Today, you shift your self-concept. Today, you step into her like you already belong there. Because you do. You do. The life you want isn't just possible, it's waiting for you. And the only thing standing between you and that life is your old beliefs. Change them, protect them, nourish them, and watch how fast you grow. Let's clock it. Watch how fast you glow. Do you understand me? I'm literally almost at 30,000 subscribers. That alone is from my belief. All right. So become the woman who walks in a room and make people wonder. Secure the bag, protect your peace, and stay rich, Rych Babes. Love you.